Okay, let's continue our discussion still on the depreciation methods. We're done with the first method, the simplest one, that is the straight line method. Next method is the sinking fund method. And I know you have heard that term before, sinking fund. Yes, we have a sinking fund factor before. Sa chapter 2, we have discussed that. We're going to use that in this particular method. Okay, what is sinking fund method? This method depreciates an asset as if the or firm means company or any person were to make a series of equal annual deposits, a sinking fund. Okay, annuity siya, whose value at the end of the asset's useful life just equal the cost of replacing the asset. Okay, so take note, medyo mas ma-advantageous itong sinking fund method because you are actually parang binabawi mo yun. So at the end of the useful life niya, uh, mayroon ka ulit magagamit, although it would be the same amount naman, equal siya, so equal sa cost of replacing the asset. Okay, that would be the basis of the depreciation, no? So the total depreciation that has taken place up to any given time is assumed to be equal to the accumulated amount in the sinking fund at that time. Okay, so our formula to solve for the depreciation, okay, ito na yon natin. So CO minus CL, and naalala nyo pa to, this is the sinking fund factor. Okay, so that would give us the depreciation is equal to CO minus CL, the entire quantity times the quantity, yung sinking fund factor natin. Okay, that's how we solve for the depreciation. Okay, naalala nyo pa to, no? Sa annuity. Okay, annuity natin ginamit ito. So, makikita nyo mamaya sa example natin, at the end of the useful life, yung amount, yung accumulated na depreciation ay equal siya dun sa initial cost yung ng investment natin, plus of course yung that will include all the salvage value. Okay, so to compute for the depreciation at a certain year, DN, we simply multiply D, so which we has computed a while ago dito. Multiply lang natin siya D, and then ito na factor, and then CN, the book value, a certain a certain year, it's equivalent to same pa rin CO minus yung depreciation, yung original cost natin minus the depreciation. So we're going to solve the same problem kanina sa straight line method para ma-compare natin. Of course, we need an additional given na since gagamit tayo ng sinking fund method, we're going to use, kailangan natin ng interest, ano? And in this case, we're going to assume that the interest rate is 15%. Okay? So, babasahin ulit natin yung problem para mas maintindihan natin. So, a machine costs 8 million pesos, has a useful life of 10 years. Again, and can be sold for 750,000 at the end of its useful life. It is expected that 250,000 will be spent to dismantle and remove the machine at the end of its useful life. Compute the book value after 3 years. Construct also a depreciation schedule for this machine using sinking fund method. The interest rate is 15%. Again, we need to compute for the net salvage value since there's some sort of amount that is needed to dismantle or remove the investment or the machine, no? So the salvage value, wait, medyo nag-blurred. Yeah. The salvage value is equal to 750,000 minus 250,000. So galing yan, ito yung salvage value. It can be sold 750,000 but it needs 250,000 to remove it and dismantle and remove, I should say. It's the order. So i-subtract na natin yon para ma-compute natin yung net salvage value na 500,000. Okay. Okay, next, let us solve for the depreciation. Okay. So using using formula, to solve for the depreciation, that's equivalent to CO minus CL, okay, which is CO natin is 8 million, CL natin is 500,000 times I, which is 15%, it should be in decimal form, 1 plus 0.15 raised to 10 minus 1. Okay. So the depreciation is equal to 369,390.4689 pesos. That's the depreciation. Okay. And then we solve for the book value. So kailangan nating i-solve yung book value at the end of 3 years. Okay, so first we need to solve for the accumulated depreciation after 3 years. If we know the accumulated depreciation, then we solve for the book value. We simply subtract the original cost, and then the original cost minus the depreciated value, or accumulated depreciation after 3 years. Okay, so first we need to solve for D3. So I solve for D3, going back to our formula here, that is depreciation times ito, yung factor natin. So we have, this depreciation is 369,390.4689 times, we have 1 plus 0.15 raised to 3 minus 1 divided by 0.15. Okay, so D3 is equal to 1,282,708.403. That's the accumulated depreciation after 3 years. Okay, now we are to solve for the book value after 3 years. Okay, so the book value after 3 years is just the difference between the original cost and the accumulated depreciation in 3 years. So we have 8 million minus 1,282,708.403. So the book value, this should be C3. CN naman. So the book value in 3 years is equal to 6 million 717,291.597 pesos. So this would be the answer. No? That's the book value after 3 years. Okay. So next is we also construct for depreciation schedule for this machine using sinking fund method. I have already tabulated the schedule, but that's how we compute. No? Similar to what we have done dun sa straight line method. So ito na yung table natin para sa depreciation schedule natin. Okay, so we solve for the depreciation. Okay, for each year, then the accumulated depreciation using a formula, yung formula natin, DN, you can compute for this using our formula for dn. So you can actually program ito sa Excel, no? Sinabi ko na yung sekreto. You can do this using Excel, yung schedule natin. Meron tayong formula. Actually, yung formula niyan ay itong mismo. You can input this formula. Excel can actually um, uh, ano, ito yung mismong ilalagay. You can, although hindi naman yan mismo, ano, pero you have to really put this equation in the Excel, no? Sa may equation ba ang tawag doon? Formula bar, I should say. Okay, you can do this, program this in Excel, no? So CO minus yung the accumulated depreciation that would give us the book value of each year. Now take note, sabi ko kanina, sinking fund method is used, no, so that at the end of the, at the end, so yung accumulated na depreciation niya at the end of 10 years or useful life niya, equivalent yan sa dun sa original cost niya. So 8 million yung original cost niya. So this is 7,500, i-plus pa natin yung salvage value na. So that would be 8 million. So yan, that's the idea behind the sinking fund method. Okay? So same din yung procedure sa pag-construct ng schedule. You can just compute for DNs, and then to compute for the book value, CO minus DN, and then you will be arriving with this value. So ito naman importante later on. So pag ang kliyente mo, tinanong niya, sir, ma'am, magkano na po ang value ng asset ko, ng machine, ng investment ko, na property, physical property at this particular years after so pag ginamit mo ang sinking fund method, then ito yung concern naman ng may ari yung nagpo-compute sa iyo, yung concern mo. Okay, so that is sinking fund method. Other methods, ano pa yung ibang method natin? Siguro yung yung dalawang methods will be discussed na, since halos magkaparehas lang naman tong dalawang method, declining and double declining. We'll just discuss it in separate video. Putulin ko to kasi yung phone ko, yung video medyo short lang yung videos kasi yung phone biglang parang may na-reach yung certain memory and bigla siyang nag-stop. So sometimes napuputol talaga yung videos, no? So putulin ko na lang para may continuity yung bawat solution ng problems. Okay? So let's just discuss the other methods in a separate video.